faster than John Madden's wedding video business.
Boom! Here's your groom over here. Boom! You got your bride right here. And a lot of people say that Stacy's no good and that she slept with this guy and done that guy and even did some handwork on this guy. But I'll tell you something, that experience is going to work in her favor late in the game. You know what a heck of a wedding? Brett Favre.
Time MVP has repaid more than $1 million, but the state says he still owes more than $220,000 in interest. And Witt, a Milwaukee sports radio station, has now pressed the pause button on Favre's appearances.
Brett looks at the squirrel and says, "Oh no, that squirrel is limp."
Mr. Madden, how do we handle this today?
What did you just say?
Brett
Favre today made his first comments relating to the investigation into the abuse and wrongful use of government welfare money in Mississippi.
Nobody had told me that.
Well, then I guess, yeah, we're breaking the news to you then, I guess. Brett Favre is...
Favre has not been criminally charged, but he is a defendant in a civil lawsuit filed by Digital. The Hall of Fame QB wrote, "No one ever told me, and I did not know the funds designated for welfare recipients were going to the university or me. I tried to help my alma mater, USM, a public..."
Did he break down and cry, or did he... How did he do it? Hold on a second. Is Ashton Kutcher in the room? Come on, Ashton. He was marvelous. I mean,
that person turns out the light, locks the door.
Dragons cartoon years ago. The universe needs balance, and that's what the Dungeon Master said. And he said, the universe needs balance. So if you drink some water and you get it out of nowhere, it doesn't come from nowhere. There's a farmer missing a little bit of water somewhere else. So the water balances.
$1 million meant for the most needy families in Mississippi was instead diverted to wealthy citizens or projects backed by powerful people. That includes $5 million for a volleyball facility. Favre pushed for it. His alma mater said this.
I mean, you try Kurt Warner. It sounds okay, but it sounds Kurt Warner. Here's the closest I could get. Tony Romo. That's pretty good. Roethlisberger. I mean,
saying he has done nothing wrong and been unjustly smeared by the media.
that guy's going to be Brett Favre. He could
Mississippi
do things
State University raised funds for a wellness center. My goal was always and will always be to improve the athletic facilities at my university.
This is real, guys. It doesn't. Brett Favre. Brett Favre. We got to find. Say it ain't so, Shoeless Joe. You know, watching him play that night game. I think it was a Sunday night or a Monday night. I don't remember it anymore. I think after his dad passed away.
Brett Favre facing questions about an alleged connection to a...
I mean, Brett Favre is there's a lot of bad things in the world. And
$70 million welfare fraud scheme in Mississippi. Some of that money used to build a new volleyball facility at his daughter's college.
And the fact that the R and the V don't even match up with the IRV.
We can help get this facility built for V-ball, but you're the governor and on our side, and that's a good thing. Actually, a great thing. Bryant responds, "We can do that. Just give me some numbers and I'll find a way."
It just doesn't have that far.
Morning, the former Super Bowl winning quarterback is back in the spotlight, but this time over text messages linking him to a former top official who pled guilty in a welfare scheme. Diverted it toward this volleyball facility at the University of Southern Mississippi, where Favre's daughter was attending school. The filing goes on to claim that in more texts from 2019, Favre asked Bryant for assistance to secure more funding, texting,
"Seeing a ton of welfare money that's intended for the poorest folks here in the state of Mississippi flowing to people who just simply did not need
and Brett Favre balances, and right now the water's coming from my eyes because I'm tearing up here, guys. You just think, who else? There is no other Brett Favre. That's the thing about Brett Favre, is you think of all the things that you've always wanted to do and the things that you could do and the things that you can't do, and that's Brett Favre. He does it.
A new court filing making public more text messages allegedly showing NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre pressing former Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant for money because he wanted a new sports facility at his alma mater.
Back in 2004, we're talking Brett Favre at Lambeau Field.
In the filing, Bryant, who is attempting to clear his name, shows what he says are conversations between him and the former quarterback, This is all part of a civil suit filed in July that alleges Bryant and others misused $5 million intended to help the state's neediest residents.
Just everything. I mean, everything he's ever...
Director Nancy New, who has already pleaded guilty to fraud in the $77 million scheme, were requesting funds from the Mississippi Department of Human Services.
Let me tell you about Brett Favre, the man.
Bryant responds, "We are going to get there. This was a great meeting, but we have to follow the law. I am too old for federal prison." These new, we obviously need your help big time, and time is working against them.
It makes you think, hey, this was meant to be.
Filed by Bryant's attorneys allege Farve and Farve
beside myself, and that's pretty hard to be in a room beside yourself.
So, what would be your fondest memories of Brett Favre?
To build a facility. In a different text exchange, Farve asking New,
"You can't put into words.
If you were to pay me, is there any way the media can find out where it came from?"
I mean, it's a two-syllable amazement.
Favre has not been charged. His attorney says the former QB never knew the origin of the money, saying he only has...
That's not how you say it, and pretty much everybody knew that's how you said it, and they know it now because we explained it so many times, and it's very difficult.
With every charitable endeavor he has organized.
Say it ain't so, Shoeless Joe.